All right, we are live. Let me get some music on. There we go. Wait for some people to trickle in. Hopefully, we get some people. All right. There we go. What's up, Valerie? How's it going? All right, I'm getting all the email notifications saying we're live. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on X. Got people showing up. That's good. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Journal Party Live, everybody. How's everybody's week going? Let me know in the chat. Give everybody a few minutes to show up, as per usual. Joanne, welcome. Newbies. Always good to have some newbies in the house. We'll give you the rundown in just a minute once we get some more people, because there's bound to be quite a few newbies tonight. There usually are. Got CC in the house. What's up? What's up, Don? Good to see you. How's the music volume relative to my voice? I know we were a little loud on the music last time. How's it going, Katrina? Good to see you. Happy Wednesday, Cheryl. All right, good. Sounds good. Awesome. DJ, good to see you again. Sweet. All right. What's up, Barb? The journal party is growing. It's coming together. I love it. There was a time when it was like me and two people. Lutra, what's up? Good. Music volume's good. Yeah, I feel like we've kind of got it dialed in, so I'm happy about that. Carrie's in the house. Mary Kay, our YouTube viewer. We had a couple more YouTubers on the last one. You know what? I got to start emailing out the YouTube link, because we've got a few thousand people on our email list, and I just, I don't like to email people too much, because everyone gets so many emails, and last thing I want to do is like be annoying to people. But people want to journal with us, right? So I should send them out the YouTube link, because not everybody's on Facebook these days. So I got to get everybody the YouTube link too. Got Tina in here. Hump day. I like the Wednesday thing. It's good. It's a nice thing to be able to kind of journal midweek and shake it out a little bit. I tend to mention on these things. I write these programs a lot of the time for myself, as is the case with this one. Today we're doing well, I might as well show you. We're doing a program called Finding Strength Within. And it's because I need to find some strength within, you guys. I'm a pretty ambitious guy. And sometimes I go a little hard, and I burn myself out. And you ever just have one of those days where you wake up and you're like, I don't want to do anything that I know I have to do. You just kind of have to search within. You got to dig a little bit deeper. And I thought I could put together some prompts for us that would inspire us to find that strength within. And so I think you're gonna like what we put together today. So let me go ahead and share my screen here, because it's getting pretty cool. Oh, it is 5 after. All right, so it's time to get this party started just about now. Cheryl says it's been the past few months. Yeah, it's a common thing in this human experience. So it's good. I like to be able to share our woes. All right, let me stop yapping and get this thing up here. Okay, so for the newbies in the house, first off, welcome. This is Journal Party Live, part of the Journal Party universe, if you want to call it that. Got a lot of stuff going on here. What you're seeing on your screen right now is a screen share of our app. It's available in the Apple App Store, Google Play, as well as there's a web-based version available on journalparty.com. And you don't need it tonight because I'm just going to stream it through here. And that said, you might want to get it because it's pretty cool. It's not like what most people think of when they think of a journaling app. You don't actually type into this app. You don't journal into it. It's meant to be a companion for pen and paper journalers. So you open it up next to your journal, and you pick a program, and it guides you through one of our programs with focused prompts with timers. And helps you get like a really focused and productive journaling session in there. In addition to that, we have all of the replays hosted in here. So if you ever have to jump off of one of these and you want to catch the replay, or if you miss one of them, you can do that here. We got all the podcast episodes in here, some prompts for therapy, some video prompts and stuff like that. All sorts of really great stuff in here. But what we typically do on Journal Party Live is we debut our premium program. So even though there is we do have a free membership in here. There is a premium membership available. But that said, this is totally free. Tonight's totally free, and this is kind of a way to sample what we do on the in the premium side of the app here. So tonight's program, as you can see here, is under the personal growth category. It's called Finding Strength Within. It's 10 prompts that we're going to be going through tonight. We're going to do 3 minutes per prompt. And at the end, we're going to just share our insights. So you never have to share what you wrote. Your journal can still remain your sacred space. But that said, one of the cool things about kind of opening up this be a little bit more communal is that we can emerge from our journals with the insights that we have, and hopefully share some of those insights, and we can all be better for it, right? So that, and the other thing is, even if we're not sharing insights, I think we're all kind of getting to know each other here a little bit, and we're all kind of like-minded individuals. And so as we do that, I think it's nice to be able to support and celebrate each other, in whatever we're doing in our lives. So, feel free to share anything that's going on in your life, any victories, anything that you need support in. And, as we get together week by week, happy to cheer you on or send some good juju your way. So that being said, about time to get this party started. So go ahead and open up that journal, and I'm going to hit the start now button. It's going to count us down. I will read the prompts off to you and kind of DJ in the background, but there's no wrong way to do this. When you see the prompt, just read it, think about it, start writing. And, if you can't think of anything to write, don't worry about it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. You can start writing the prompt if you can't think of anything. You can start writing, I don't know what to write about. Whatever it is, don't be surprised if, even if you don't have the insights, oftentimes they come later in the day, later in the week, later in the year, right? Mind's a pretty cool thing, and it'll often, do what you tell it to, even if it does that a little bit later. So, all right. That said, I hope that was a decent enough primer for you all, and welcome to Journal Party Live, especially if you're new. And let's get this party started. Here we go. First prompt of the night. Difficult situation. Write about a time when you found strength within yourself during a difficult situation. What helped you through it? All right, your next prompt is feeling guided. Have you ever felt guided by something greater than yourself? If so, how did it impact your decisions? Okay, getting ready for that next prompt coming up. Personal strength. List 3 personal strengths you rely on in challenging times. How have these strengths developed over time? ready for the next one? Peaceful moments. Reflect on a moment when you felt a sense of inner peace and clarity. What contributed to this feeling? Inspirational people. Think of someone who inspires you with their inner strength. What qualities do they possess that you admire? current challenge. Write about a challenge you're currently facing. How can you draw on your inner strength to overcome it? Nitty-gritty. Describe a goal you have that requires resilience. What inner resources can you tap into to achieve it? Growth, oops, confidence push. Identify a time when you felt uncertain. How did you find the confidence to move forward? Growth reflection. Reflect on how your inner strength has grown over the years. What experiences have contributed to this growth? Self-encouragement. Write a letter to yourself acknowledging your strength and encouraging yourself to keep moving forward. All right. I don't know why I moved the mic out of my face to to talk to you there. All right. How'd everybody do? I think I did pretty well. Let me finish my last sentence here because it's important for this letter to myself. But then I will join you in a moment. Love, Alex. All right. Pretty good. All right, let me see a couple comments coming in. Crystal says, hi, can we watch this? And Cheryl answered her. Thank you, Cheryl, for answering her. Yes, the replays are on YouTube and also inside of the app under the Programs tab. There is a section called Journal Party Live, and we always post all the replays in there. So now, if you're new and you missed my spiel from the beginning of this, let me take down the banner that says just start writing because we're no longer writing. But typically what we do is we start sharing some of our insights. So like I said, you never have to share what you wrote, but if you did emerge with anything that was interesting that you'd like to share with the group, then please feel free to do so. I know it takes a little bit of time to kind of type things in. There's a little bit of a delay, so I've actually highlighted some things that I found kind of interesting while I was going through this. So I can start. Let's see, what did I have here? I was thinking about during peaceful moments. There's a few different things that had brought me peace and clarity. And the thing that that all of them kind of had in common was like calming the nervous system, connecting with something greater than myself, and experiencing nature, right? And ideally, if I can do all three of those things, I feel like that is like the sweet spot. So yeah, I mean, get me in front of the waves, like just meditating or praying or something like that. I think that's where I find inner peace and clarity. Outside of my more experimental days in college, we won't go there. Maybe we'll go there. I don't know. Later, we've grown in inner strength since then. Fortunately. All right, I see some comments coming in here. Let's see. Interesting and insightful. Thanks, Irene. Cheryl says, that was a little painful. I'm good at being a cheerleader for others, not so much for myself. I need to work on that more. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good insight for yourself, right? It's important that, your self-talk is encouraging, not that you want to like have some sort of like toxic positivity kind of thing going on or anything like that. But, it's good to be able to validate yourself authentically, for sure. And I think having a journal is really helpful with that. One of the things that I was kind of looking through here, it was on the confidence push prompt. It was like the one where it's like, oh, when was the time that you like felt uncertain, but found some strength to push through anyway. And I was thinking like all the time, I feel uncertain all the time and still have to just keep going. And I think that, at first I just had to do that because there was like literally no other choice, right? Because like when your back's up against the wall, like what else are you going to do? You just have to do something. But over time, once you start proving to yourself and you can accomplish things and achieve what it is that you set your heart and mind to, having that self-confidence and that self-belief is just really powerful. And having that journal, like being able to just like go back and say like, oh yeah, I knocked down all these goals. Like going back, that's a huge builder of that inner strength for me. So that was pretty helpful. Crystal says, are these on Wednesday at 9? So yeah, it's always, I'm Pacific Standard Time. So I always listed at 6 Pacific, but yeah, so Wednesday at 9 Eastern. Sometimes we do it at, sometimes we do it on Fridays. Like I'm a human being. So sometimes I travel and have, things, obligations and stuff like that. We try to do it every week, but, there's going to be times when we don't do it, but we'll try to communicate that on time. But yeah, the standing like official time is Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, Deidre says, totally love this process of journaling. I want to dig deeper on my goal and continue to give people what I need, grace and peace. That's an interesting way to put that. Give people what you need, right? Golden rule type stuff. Yeah, give what you want to get, right? Well put. Cheryl. Okay. Yeah, no, it's 6 for me. I'm Pacific also. Tasha says, Cheryl, I'm right there with you. I'm hard on myself and can cheer the heck out of someone else, but beat myself up depending on the situation. Yeah, be nice to yourself. Gotta have a little forbearance on yourself, All right, let me get some tunage going on. I totally forgot what song that was. Okay. Royalty-free jams, everybody. All right. Fletcher says, great party. I got a great look at my strengths. I owe them all to my spiritual faith. That's great. Yeah. I had an interesting insight on that. Um, so pretty interesting thing. So I've for this is a mostly a club for pen and paper journalers. And that said, you'll see me. I'm writing on an iPad right now, still with a pen. I still like the kinesthetic feeling of using a pen. But one of the cool things, obviously, I'm not wasting paper. I don't know if the eco trade-off is there when it's electronics, but that's another talk for another day. That said, what's pretty cool is having all my journals digitized over the last few years. Over the past few days, I was able to do something pretty cool, and I really hope this doesn't come back and bite me in the butt. So if anyone's been following what's been going on in like the tech space, pretty crazy with like all the like AI stuff with Google and Gemini. So they just released this thing that came out where I guess you can upload a bunch of things, and like the context windows are really wider now. So I know I'm speaking technobabble right now, but basically, let me cut to the chase. So I was just like, all right, let me see what happens if I like upload my journals and see if it can like just tell me like what's been going on in my life. And again, I really hope this doesn't bite me in the butt, but I mean, I don't know. I don't have anything to hide or anything. And I don't know. I just did it. I just wanted to see if it would work. And it read all of my journals, and it was able to give me all these insights, and it was like it gave me like this perfect arc of my growth, and it was like, oh, you were struggling here, and like you had problems with this and this, and then like, and what it was just really cool that like how it was able to like kind of tie certain themes together in my life. And one of the really cool things was like it was just like you've had a clear positive trajectory over the last like 8 years, and it linked it to my faith and my spiritual growth. And I just thought that was so cool because like I tend to attribute it to that, and it's nice to like to feel good about that and like directionally just think like, oh yeah, I feel good about what I'm doing. But like it was able to look at the things that I was writing and the things that I was doing on a day-to-day basis, and the goals that I had written and accomplished, and say like definitively with the data points that I had given it that like, yeah, your spirituality and your faith has helped you improved your life. And I just thought that was pretty cool. So weird share, I know. And yeah, hopefully the Terminators don't get me for that. But yeah, I just thought I would share that one. All right, we got the music coming off again. All right, CC. Same for me. Nature, beach, trees, sunsets, sunrises. Yeah, nature's what's up. Gotta get out into nature more. I just bought a little day pack because I sit here in this office all day, and I need to get out. I think I need to just go to the park and journal. Go to the beach and journal. Work, do whatever. Tasha and Cheryl, add me to the team. I'm a real master at beating myself up. We need a support club for you guys. Joanne Jones, in my letter to myself, I am 83 years old. I have learned that there are many parts to me. I'm my parent, I'm my child, I'm my mentor, and my best friend. I have everything I need within myself, and it took me many trials to learn and achieve this lesson. Being a great-grandmother, I have joined the ranks of all the strong women who went before me and will hopefully guide my daughters and theirs. Wow. That like felt good to read. I love when you just like can feel the wisdom behind someone's words. I really appreciate that share, Joanne. I don't have anything to add to that. Just thank you for that share. Pretty cool. Cheryl says, Tasha and Katrina, why do we do that to ourselves? I have a local writing to heal group I'm in, and we're going through childhood stuff and it's bringing up a lot of good memories, but also a lot of childhood wounds up too. Yeah, childhood stuff's tricky. Um, as always, when you're bringing up the wounds and the traumas and stuff like that, never be afraid to get professional support. And certainly this uh, this is not the place for that. Your journal is a good place to become aware of it, but if stuff ever gets too difficult for you, I'm a huge advocate for counseling and therapy in combination with journaling. That's why, inside of the app, we have the prompts for therapy and stuff because, I was getting so much out of it. But, one of the things that I found was I felt like I would go, I would get like most of the way through my sessions and just find that like, oh, I was just like getting to the good parts, and then he'd be like, "Oh, we're at time," and so I put together a couple programs to kind of prime yourself before a session, and then prompts to go through after a session, so you could integrate what you've worked through with the counselors. So check that out if you are working with any mental health professionals. It's been super powerful for me, and you definitely get more bang for your buck out of therapy, just because instead of like that whole like 20 minutes like, what are we going to talk about today, it's like you're ready to go, and then of course once it's done, instead of just letting it fall by the wayside, you kind of integrate it, and I think you get it's kind of like a double shot. So check that out if you haven't. No, thanks for supporting me on my weird share. I think it's weird. It's just creepy, all the technology stuff. I mean, I'm super interested in it because I work in the tech space, but it's just all moving so fast. It's wild. It's a crazy world we're a part of, isn't it? So yeah, just keep your eyes and your ears open, and pay attention, everybody, because stuff is changing really fast, and if you're not paying attention, people can take advantage of you. So just be careful. I've never look, there's people here older and wiser than me, and I'm sure you can, testify that, everything, it feels like it speeds up as you get older. I mean, every time I talk to people older than me, they say, wait till you get older, and it just keeps getting faster and faster. And so I can't even imagine. It just feels like it's just constantly accelerating. So it's wild. I guess, having a journal can kind of help slow things down for me. What's one of the things I like about journaling is, you kind of deliberately slow down and take some time to suss things out. If you can't tell, I can kind of speed myself up. It's one of the reasons I had to stop drinking coffee, because I'm getting crazy. The chill. Irene says, Cheryl Smith, it's bringing up lots of trauma for me. Yeah. Well, we've all got it. It's part of it, part of this whole human experience. So, no shame in having it. And if you're brave enough to deal with it, God bless you. I think that's what, if you are brave enough to deal with it, I do think that there is something to the idea of there being like a collective. And I think that when you work on yourself in that way, when you heal those wounds, I do think that it heals others, or like the whole body, like with a capital B. And I actually think that tracks spiritually for most people as well. We'd have to get somebody who's a liturgist in here to verify. Get some more music playing. 1 second. Go Gaga. All right. Cheryl's validating Irene. All right. Katrina says, wait, today? Okay. My therapist and I are working on it. Glad it's virtual. Otherwise, she might throw a pillow at me sometimes. Yeah, it's their job. I think about that a lot. Like, sometimes I feel really guilty because, like, in my sessions, I'm just totally just laying it out for the therapist. But then I remember, like, no, I pay you to do this. Like, that's their job. Thank goodness. Natasha, rooted in childhood and how I take in processed information. I'm working on myself too. I'm 50, and I am now learning to be kind and mindful of my thoughts, etc. Yeah, well, it's I don't think it doesn't matter when you come across this kind of wisdom, right? Whether you learn it at 50 or 20 or 80, right? There's only now, and that's what mindfulness is, right? You become aware of the here and now, and that's the only time that you're able to deal with anything. And so even though you may have stuff that's gone on and happened to you that's really painful in your childhood, you can't go back. And you're feeling it now. So you can, but then it's just going to come up later, So, again, I'm not a mental health professional, so I'm not qualified to give you advice in this at all. I do have experience in dealing with my own traumas, and from my own experience, what's been most effective for me is allowing things to come up and allowing them to pass through. And it hurts like hell. For me, I feel it in my belly and my heart, and it burns. It's like physically painful to like let those things come up and pass through. But then, on the other side of that is lightness. And, nothing short of magic, really. That's the best way you can describe it. Like, once you let go of that stuff, it's just freedom, right? So, I just realized I've got this really bad habit of saying things and then saying right afterwards. Like, do you agree with me? I gotta stop that. Right? Working on it. Cheryl just turned 50. Well, happy belated. Happy belated. Joanne Jones says meditation and Reiki work for me. I just tried a little Reiki. I have a friend who's a Reiki master, and he came over. My fiance, booked him for a couple in-house sessions, and it was pretty cool. It was very relaxing. I don't know how any of that stuff actually, works, but my lights went out. I don't know how any of that stuff works, but I will say, my situation improved immediately after, so felt pretty good. He gave us a little massage after too, so that was good. Irene says working on that too, learning self-love and compassion. Always good. Guided meditations with Fit On. Oh, I've never heard of that. I'll have to check that one out. Oh, running out of songs. Okay. Cheryl, that's a great resource. Try writing to yourself as you and your higher self. Ask a question with your dominant hand and answer it with your left? That's interesting. And what's the thought process behind that? Is that just that you, is that like the idea that like you're of two different brains, like left brain and right brain? That's pretty interesting. Cool. Well, Joanne, if interesting on the Reiki, if I don't know how if that's journaling adjacent at all, but if there's any way that journaling can support you in your practice, and you'd like to have like a guided journaling program or something, happy to chat. very easy for us to create little programs like you did tonight. So let me know. Always interested in, creating different offerings and stuff like that for people. So, yeah, definitely let me know. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna hold that share. I could share it. So, interesting thing. So I had shared on the last Journal Party Live that I had become a Christian back in 2017, and it was pretty interesting way that I had come to that. It wasn't the way most people would have thought. It actually happened over the course of like an ayahuasca journey that didn't happen the way I thought it was going to happen, and then a lot of things happened after that led me to going to church and stuff like that. But while I was in that ayahuasca adventure, someone started doing Reiki on me, and my whole body was like convulsing, and it was crazy. And that was actually one time where I did feel like there was energy like pulsating through me. And so that was another time where I was like, okay, maybe there is something to like that like energetic healing and stuff like that. So yeah. I don't know. I was reluctant to make that share because I don't like to I don't like to make this stuff religious or too I don't want to like exclude anybody or make anyone feel uncomfortable on any of these things. But at the same time, I think it's important for us all to be vulnerable and share stories and stuff like that. So why not, right? It's an interesting journey, this life, and at the same time, it's like, what are we, like 4 billion years in the making? Like, how could right? Reiki is not religious. Is not religious at all. I was talking about me talking about my journey to Christ. I don't want to force that on anyone, but anyway, yeah. I just think I need to be okay with sharing, my journey here as we all commune on here, just because, look, it's it all is what it is, and I think that that's what self-awareness is about. It's like not denying what the truth is, not denying what is happening here and now, right here and now, right? And not to say that I know what the truth is, but like to try to to try to deny the here and now in any given moment is kind of crazy, and to deny your past is crazy. So that said, I think it's time for me to go in and relax. It's been a fun journal jam session with you all. I did find some inner strength for myself. I'm very happy that we did this because I needed it. So thank you all so much for joining me on this one. It's been a blast, and yeah. So thank you if you're new. Thank you if you're not new. And yeah, we're gonna be doing this every week as per usual. So tell your friends, invite new people, keep showing up, and I promise I'll do the same for you always. So as always, party on.